Good morning. This is Angie Gallion. I'm coming to you from the beach house today. I have a new book review for you for a book called Mercy's First Semester by W.M. Bunche, B-U-N-C-H-E. And it's a book that I read twice because when I started the first time, I had very clear expectations. I thought I knew what the story was going to be, and I read it expecting it to be that story, and when it wasn't, I felt like I needed to give it another read. So I did, and I read it the second time with a much more open mind, and I was every bit as moved by it the second time as I was the first. It's really an incredible story. It's very relevant to today's world. It talks a lot about where we are in America without being politically motivated. This is a story of a young man who has come back from Iraq after 2 tours as a cavalry scout. He excelled in the Army as a scout, and he's very good at what he did. And he's suffering now with PTSD, as many of our young men are who have come back from war. And part of his therapy is to take a creative writing class, which I found interesting because I've always felt that writing for me was very therapeutic, that whenever I have something that's emotionally bothering me, if I can write and work through it on a page, then I can come to terms with it in a real fashion. So I was fascinated by that concept, and that other people feel that also. This is a book that starts at the end, and then you walk backwards through time to get to the beginning, sort of. So it was powerful, and I'm still emotionally disturbed by it. You can probably tell. I just finished the second reading of it this morning, and I feel like I know this guy, and I'm just kind of heartbroken because there should have been a better answer, and I wish there had been a better answer. And I know it's a story, and I know it's fiction, but those of us who love fiction know how important it is to feel our characters. And Mr. Bunche has done a very good job. This is a professional quality novel. And although I don't generally like the technique of telling the story by making a character write the story, it works beautifully in this book. And I can't imagine another book that it would work as well in, but he does it magnificently. And I really got a feeling for Mercy's voice. I really had a solid sense of who he was, and I felt like I knew him. So kudos to Mr. Bunche. This is a great book. I think everyone should read it, especially if you're paying attention to what's going on in our society at this time. Thanks for joining me. You can check out my full book review at angiegallion.com, and I hope you'll follow me. Please sign up for updates on my website, and like me on Facebook and Twitter. Have a great day.